Well, hello, everyone. Howdy, howdy. It's good to have you here. I'm happy to be streaming to you live. If you're watching this live, if you're watching the recording, I'm not live, I'm Memorex. Welcome to my humble abode. I'm just experimenting with something new today. As many of us do from time to time, we find these moments in our lives when we want to get ourselves more healthy, where we want to work a little bit on our personal energy, our personal health, our personal power, if you will, on a moment to moment basis. And so I'm going to be experimenting with potentially streaming every few days or so a little bit of my virtual reality workout. It's not my entire workout, it's not going to be the same every day. But what I also want to do is, because that would be incredibly boring potentially to watch, although I think you might be interested to see what this looks like. I've got a couple cameras over here that are going to be capturing what I'm doing, and then you're going to be seeing what I'll be seeing in the headset as I do my workout. I usually bounce between playing a game called Synth Riders and another game called Pistol Whip, which both get you moving around in your space. And I'm going to be experimenting a little bit with that as I go so you can see kind of what my workouts are like. But before I do that, in each one of these, I want to do something at the beginning and the end that will benefit each and every one of you, hopefully, if you take action on it. First of all, you can see I'm in my workout clothes here. I've got my workout beanie on. I got my workout t-shirt. So I'm not in my fancy clothes or anything, but that's because I'm going to be working up a little bit of a sweat. But first, I want to give each of you a little key point on mental health, because each day we need to be focusing a little bit on our physical health and on our mental health and well-being as well. And so I like to give a little bit of a tip at the beginning of each one of these programs, sharing a little bit of what I've learned over the years, what I've taught to others, what I utilize myself to try to keep this going in the right direction each day, or at least try to maintain a little bit of a sense of feeling of ownership over what I'm feeling in a moment-to-moment basis. Now, first, I want to acknowledge that everybody has different challenges that they're working through in their own lives and different varying degrees of challenges that they're having. I'm by no means saying do this one thing and your entire life will be absolutely fantastic and perfect. By no means am I saying that. However, if you take action on some of these little things, they can make a big difference in your life. So the first thing that I want to mention is be cognizant of how you start your day. The way you start your day out has a major effect on how the rest of your day goes. So think about how you tend to start your day. That alarm goes off, you reach over, you hit that alarm, you get up out of bed. What are the first things that you do before you start your day? You probably go, maybe use the restroom, grab a beverage, maybe brush your teeth, whatever it is. But after that, what do? Do you sit down and immediately start answering emails or surfing social media? Or do you pick up the newspaper and read it? Or watch the news, go to YouTube and see what's happening in the world? Whatever it is, how do you start your day? And think about how positive or negative are the messages that are coming into your mind during that activity that you do. So for example, I'm a little bit of a news junkie. I like to know what's going on in the world, but I will not start my day out by watching the news or reading a newspaper, for those who still can get a newspaper, or watching YouTube clips of CNN or MSNBC or Fox News, if that's your jam, whatever it is. I don't like to do that, because rarely is that a positive thing in the world, right? Rarely is that starting your day off on a positive note. It's almost always something negative. So instead, start your day by reading something that motivates or energizes you, that gets you feeling like you can accomplish anything, or just gets you excited, or just whatever it is that gets your mind in this position of today has as much of a potential to be a great day as it does to be a bad day. So there's my little tidbit for today. I'm not going to belabor that. I could talk for more than an hour on just that particular subject about how you start your day. But be cognizant of that. Think about it when you wake up tomorrow. What do you choose to do at the beginning of your day? All right. Well, if anyone is on here live, I want to encourage you to please feel free to type to me in the chat. Type to me and let me know that you're here. Let me know that you're watching. Let me know how it looks, how it sounds, everything. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I suppose I probably should be checking that audio just to make absolutely sure that I'm getting, yes, okay, it looks like everything should be broadcasting properly. So please feel free to type to me in the chat and let me know. And let me know how you feel about this video as it goes along. I will be able to check the chat while we go. If you're watching the recording of this, please feel free to type in the comments. I will be checking the comments on a regular basis so I can respond back to you as well. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop over to that area of my room here where I've got my VR headset. You'll see me putting that on. I'm using the Quest 2 headset. I'm going to be switching microphones, but it'll do all that hopefully automatically as I go here. But I'm using a Meta Quest 2 headset, which is a headset that costs about $400. It's not super expensive. I am wiring it through my computer just to record. I'm doing it over Wi-Fi. But everything that you're going to be seeing today, you can do on the headset by itself without having to have a PC. Works great for exercise because it's a standalone headset. You don't have wires coming from it. You'll see a couple of wires that are connected to it, but they're not going anywhere. One are for my headphones, my earbuds. So that I can listen to those and you don't hear them bleeding through the microphone. But then also I've got another one that's going from an external battery pack to charge the headset. That way I don't run out of juice as I'm going. And it allows me to move around. And because it's only a $400 headset, I know only $400, but I mean, most other headsets are $800, $900, $1,000 upwards. Because it's only a $400 headset, I don't worry about sweating in it a little bit. And I've got a special gasket that goes around the eyes that doesn't soak up the sweat, so it doesn't get all gross and disgusting. I can wipe it off when I'm done. Super simple, so it's great to exercise in. So without further ado, let's pop over into the other space here and jump into a little Synth Riders. All right, here we go. All right. So here we are in my, we're not seeing my second my second camera. I want to get my second camera working. I don't know why it's not. It should be, but alas, it is not. Let's see if that does it. Boom. Okay. I think that's going to do it. There we go. Hey, I want you to see the close-up of his face, you know. Hello, this is for you. This is for you. You get the full body action here. You get a little close-up of me as I'm doing my thing, but my eyes are going to be obscured by this white thing I'm about to put on my face, which is the VR headset. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I've got a microphone placed over here. I don't want to use the headset microphone because I wanted to be able to talk to you before I put the headset on. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and pop this headset on. Just a moment here. All right. There we go. All right. Got my headset on. Everything is looking the way it should be looking. Let me get standing in my right spots. Okay, now all I need to do is get my position centered. So give me just a moment here to do that. Reset my view. This has to be done almost any time I move the headset around. Okay, so you should be hearing a little bit of music playing in the background. Spoiler alert, that is the song I'm going to be playing. Synth Riders 2. What Synth Riders is it is a rhythm-based game that gets you moving and feeling a little bit like you're dancing a little bit. You just get moving around. I'm going to probably look like an idiot as I do this, but if you look on the screen, you'll see what I'm seeing as I'm playing it. You should be seeing it now. I'm just going to double check it just to make absolutely sure. Yes. Okay, good. You are seeing it. Fantastic. Again, if you are in here live, please type into the chat. Let me know you're here. Let me know how this looks and sounds. That will be very appreciated. All right. So the game I'm going to be playing here is Synth Riders. I'm going to be playing to the song Shadows by Lindsey Stirling. I love doing Synth Riders to Lindsey Stirling music. It's got a little bit of a orchestral feel to it, which I absolutely love. But also a little bit of a drive to it, which is good to move around. I'm going to be trying this on expert mode. This might be a mistake. I have played it before on expert, and I've made it all the way through it, but I am also not warmed up today. So without further ado, let's do this. Then when I'm between this and the next song, I'll explain a little bit about what you have seen. All right, so here we go. right. Let's see how this goes without a warm-up. Here we go. All right, so I've got these two. These are my hands. I need to hit the colored balls that are coming up here with the appropriate colored sphere. Yellow ones, I have to hit both spheres together. Blue is left. Pink is right. Pink is always right. I have to dodge those purple barriers with my head. Already getting the blood going. I love it. Green ones, you have to hit all of them with the same hand that you hit the first one through that whole part of the run. I missed that one. Sad. You can only miss so many on a run, and then you fail. There's lots of skill levels, so if you're ever interested in playing this, don't worry, you don't have to play on expert. More about that once I'm done with this song. 44 seconds left. Here we go. There we go. I did awesome. I know this because the game just told me so. All right. Whoo! Okay, that got the blood pumping a little bit. Feeling the heart rate up a little bit. I did not do very well on my score, though. Did not do super well on my score, but that's okay. That's all right. It's not all about the score. How many did I miss? Looks like I missed 7 notes total on that one. But again, this is about the exercise. It's about really getting your body moving around, as you could tell. Was really getting it moving around there. All right. So, again, Synth Riders. For my friends who have MetaQuest 2 headsets like this one, you know who you are. You can play this as well. It's well worth every penny. It comes with a bunch of songs, but then you can also invest in upgraded song packs as well. Again, if you are in the chat right now, if you're watching this stream live, please feel free to type into the chat. I can look off to my side and I can see the chat right here. So please feel free to type into the chat. Let me get rid of that. Learn more. No, I don't want to learn more. God, stop that. Okay. All right. Fantastic. All right, looks like the stream is still working. Just wanted to double check that, make sure everything was good there. All right. Let's do another song because, again, this is part of my workout. This is usually my warm-up, okay? This is my warm-up of my workout, is to do about 20 or 30 minutes of this and then maybe about 20 or 30 minutes riding my exercise bike or my bike outside. But I'm going to do another Lindsey Stirling. We're going to do Mirage. Love this song. All right. I try this on expert as well. I make no guarantees how this goes. Here we go. Here we go. Ooh, this one's tough. Now, see, I tend to multitask while I'm playing this, and I think about other things while I'm playing sometimes, which can be both good and bad. Like just now, I was actually thinking ahead to the end of this video about what I'm going to give you as far as a secret or a tip for physical health. And I have an idea of what that's going to be. I had a different idea before I started. I've come up with a different one as I'm playing this. I found I actually play this a little bit better when I'm not super focused on it, and I just kind of let it do its thing while I think about other things. It's really strange. Hopefully you can hear me okay over the music. Maybe not. If not, the music's better than I am anyway. Thank you, Lindsey Stirling. Ooh, man, I'm getting tired. I love it. Feeling it. I love it. I'm also starting to screw up more. I missed that. Totally missed that. Just makes me smile. How many things can you do a workout like this and it makes you smile? Yeah. Oh, I dig that. I dig that so much. That's so much fun. Ah, it's great. It's great. Hey, I'm more than halfway towards my calorie and movement targets for the day, according to my Oculus Fit thing that's keeping an eye on that. All right. All right. So there you go. That's a little bit of Synth Riders. 2 songs. That's all I'm going to do for today's stream. Now, I may be back tomorrow or the next day to do another stream, and I may show you Pistol Whip during that time. Another rhythm type game that works you out in a slightly different way. It's a lot of fun, super fun, and I may show you that one next time. I also have a boxing game, but I probably won't use that one here because I'm worried I will punch a camera or punch my microphone because it's very easy to lose where you are. Give me just 1 second here. I'm going to switch back to my other computer and give you a final tip for the day. So hold off just here a second while I take, first of all, let me take my headset off. Okay, there we go. Probably can still hear the music going in the background. There we go. All right. Woo! Yeah, I mean, I got a little sweaty. I got a little sweat going. I mean, this doesn't help. Keeps the heat in. But it's one of the things I like about wearing this is I keep looking up at my microphone like that's the camera, and it's not. That's the camera. I'll get the. I will. I promise. But I do like wearing this because it does keep some of the heat in, and it gets that heat built up more in the body. I think it burns a little bit more energy trying to keep yourself cool. So I like that. But just a minute, I'm going to switch back to my other seat here, my other camera, and we'll finish up our last thoughts. All right. Woo! I'm back. A little sweatier. Look at that. Get a little bit sweatier going on there. But there you see, Synth Riders. Love that game. It's probably one of the things I have in my virtual reality that I've used the most. I don't play it for hours at a time, but I do it, consistently because it's such a fun way to work out and not even think about the fact that you're working out. And that's the best kind of workout. Well, I mean, there's another kind of workout where you're having a really good time. But, we're not going to get into that type of workout. You know what I mean, Synth Riders. So one last thought here for today on this short initial launch of this potential series, if it goes well. I want to leave you with a thought on physical health that anybody can do. So first of all, if anyone's watching this, and some people are much less mobile than others. Some people, get exhausted much quicker than others. By no means are any of us exactly the same. If you were watching that and going, wow, that's just too much movement for me to do for an exercise, you can set it on easy, hard, expert, or master. It's got lots of different levels. There might even be a medium in there, I think. But anyway, you can set it on a different skill level and it'll keep things much simpler. So you can start small, start building up that cardiovascular exercise, start building up the muscle memory and so forth, and then you can just up the level as you go. It's really made to be able to be played by virtually anyone. Virtually anyone? See what I did there? It doesn't get any better than that. It really doesn't. That would be a dad joke if I were a dad. I'm not a dad that I'm aware of. So, that was a dad joke, which rhymes with bad joke. So anyway, the goal again is to find things that each of us can do on a day-to-day basis to get some sort of physical exercise, to keep that body burning calories, getting the heart pumping, getting that oxygen flowing through the body to the cells, all that stuff. So I want to leave you with one thought. The last thought, and this I thought of as I was playing Synth Riders, and that is in the concept of oxygen, getting oxygen to the body. Sometimes all we need to do is breathe more. Now this sounds so ethereal. It sounds esoteric. It sounds like common sense, right? Breathe, right? People say breathe, but we don't typically breathe the right way on a moment-to-moment basis in our lives. If you're at all like I am, I'm a pretty shallow breather. except for when I'm exercising or if I'm performing or singing or something like that, I might, be breathing deeper. But as a general rule, I tend to be a fairly shallow breather. Well, if you're a shallow breather as well, then make sure that you, throughout the day, take 2 or 3 or 4 times a day where you stop and you take some nice, deep, diaphragmatic breaths. Hold them in. Exhale them slowly. Okay? And when you do that, do 5 to 10 of those in a row. You will I already did. I just did. I already felt different. I already felt a little bit more energetic. I felt because it's oxygenating your lungs. It's letting your lungs take that oxygen and send it out through the blood before you immediately exhale again with a nice big diaphragmatic breath. So take a moment throughout your day, and if you have to set an alarm, we've got this wonderful thing called our smartphones, right? Use your smartphone, set little alarms to go off 3 or 4 times a day that just remind you to breathe. As strange as that is, right? Our brains automatically do that for us. What is it, the hippocampus? Is that what does that for us? I think that's what it is. Anyway, it's not a hippopotamus, it's the hippocampus. I think that's what does the breathing. Anyway, we do it automatically, but we should be conscious of doing it the right way. Set some timers, just make sure you do it 3, 4 times a day, and notice the difference. And that right there can already start you on the path of being a little bit more energized. I'm by no means a fitness expert, as you can tell, looking at this. But sometimes I think we just need to do what works for us. And for me, doing what I just did really works for me. Now I'm going to go and I'm going to ride my bike around the block a few times, get about 20, 30 minutes of riding the bike. Not super fast, but just for a little extra cardiovascular exercise. What I just did there is kind of my typical little warm-up. I don't do any weight training, anything like that. I think that has its place. I used to do that. I don't do that really anymore. It's all just kind of about getting that blood flowing properly. All right. I hope this was helpful. I appreciate you watching. Please feel free to comment in the comments below the recording of this. Let me know if this was helpful, if you found it interesting, if the audio was good, the video was good, if there's anything you would do differently, if you would get rid of me and bring in a charismatic host who knows how to speak. A fitness expert, maybe, I don't know. But I'm doing this as much for me as I'm doing it for anyone who watches, because it's a little bit of an accountability thing too. If enough people comment, if enough people are letting me know, hey, I'm popping in to make sure I'm going to do this more regularly. And then I will let you know how I'm feeling differently. All right. How I weigh differently, things like that. Is it making a difference doing it consistently? Thank you very much. And I will talk to you soon on the next stream. Keep your eyes open. Subscribe. Hit the bell. Subscribe here. To my channel. You're not going to get spam. You don't get spam from YouTube, or at least you're not from me, because I'm pretty small potatoes, very small potatoes right now. But please subscribe and hit the notification bell. That'll let you know when I go live, especially with things like this. So you can pop in there and you can say, keep going, man. Push it real good. Dun, 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 dun. Oh man, I should synth rider to that song. But anyway, thank you very much, and I'll talk to you again on the next stream. Bye-bye.